Hey everyone, this is That Programming Guy, and remember, you can do the thing no matter what's going on, no matter what you're doing. I believe you can get it done. Just making sure we're getting everything. You can hear my voice, everything is great. My flippity two dot hair, that is way too fucking flippity. It's been a while since There, we'll try that. It's been a while since, Now you can see my dog. Sorry. It's been a while, hasn't it? Since I did anything. So, as you probably know, I was doing That Programming Guy every Saturday and every Sunday for about an hour. And I just stopped doing it. I just stopped because I was like, I think I was just tired of it. I don't know exactly why I stopped. I forgot. I think I was tired of just doing it every weekend. No, I remember. I remember what it was. I was getting up sometime at 10, sometime at 11, sometimes at 9, and I'd just make myself so tired. I think just waking up whenever I did, staying up late on Friday, staying up late on Saturday, waking up whenever I wanted to on Saturday morning and Sunday morning made me so tired. To the point where sometimes I didn't even want to do this, but I did it anyway. Since then, I've learned a lot about myself. One is I actually now always go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Even on the weekends. So I go to bed between 10 and 10:30 and I wake up at 7 every day. It's annoying, yeah, kind of miss being able to sleep in, but it helps a lot even when I'm tired. Like just getting up on time just makes my life so much better. So yeah. Um so that's it. And so that's the reason why I was kind of doing 7 billion humans was just because I didn't want to do anymore. I'm like, well, let's play video games. So I'm not going to do the 68K programming. I'm just going to do Haskell. Hello, VacantPsalms. You showed up really quick. It's good to see you again. It is underrated, isn't it? Being able to sleep a full 8 hours a day, even when you don't want to, allows your brain to go over things that you need to remember. It helps a lot, especially like when learning a new language. Like your brain is like, let's go over everything I had to go over, and it's awesome and great. And getting like 8 hours of sleep is amazing. Because everyone's like, man, if I don't sleep, I can get more done. And physically, you can do more stuff if you don't sleep, but mentally, you might not be able to get the same amount done. I see. Well, interesting. I'm glad somebody has notifications on. I don't have notifications on for anybody I follow. Because I don't really ever go on Twitch to watch people. It's more like I'll get up and open Twitch and I'll see it's like, who have I not lurked in a while, and then I'll just lurk them. Maybe say something. Same thing at work. I'll just have Twitch on. I'll just have it at the lowest volume possible so I still count as a viewer. Yeah, so my plan is to start streaming every Saturday for 2 hours instead of 1 hour on Saturday, 1 hour on Sunday. See how that goes. Because I still want to do this. I got so tired. So we'll see. My plan was to start at 10 to go to noon, but it's obviously didn't start at 10 yet, so still gonna down. So yeah. Where are we? Index list cells. Oh god. Cells with a neighbor. I believe no, this is the assign. This is the function assign. Okay. I might have to go grab my coffee. And that's the other thing as well. Is like I was always having coffee, and that just made me so tired. And it turns out if I don't have any food in my stomach, I get tired with coffee. All right, to make the number of cells, we make the cells with index. We do a map M to direction, returns an IO of a cell, and so map cells with neighbor is a IO of a list, I believe. am I? I'm in app. No, damn it. See the app. Oh, shit. No. I thought I had it on here. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, there we go. Haha! Alright, we got it. Do cells with NEIGHB. Okay, that's fine. I can do this. Do that. There we go. Okay. In denotation, take X. Oh god. Put car in denotation draw from. I get it. Oh right. Yeah. I remember. So basically, this does a map M, add direction cells. This takes a cell and turns an IO cell, and then we're cells. So cells with neighbor. Right. We start off the IO, didn't we? That's what that is. Sweetie.
Yeah.
Can you close both the doors, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. I really want to play some music. I'm so... Oh my god, if I play music, will you guys be able to hear this music? I have desktop audio all the way down. Alright, let's get... we're gonna do this really quickly. We are going to go to monitor. We're gonna... There we go. Now y'all can't see me. That's good. I just... Oh my god. I want to listen to something while I program. Okay, we're going to switch this over to... Should I try it? And then we are going to listen to this. Okay, I have music going. Alright, cool. We're good. We're good. Let's take that down. We are going to... There we go. Alright. Alright, now I have music going. Cells neighbors, math M. I can spell. God fucking damn it. There we go. That's all I need. Map M takes a traversable into monad and returns the monad on the traversable. So we have a list. Takes A, which is anything, and a monad on B, and a traversable on A returns a monad on traversable on B. So cells with neighbors is a IO of a list of cells, and this strips off the IO. So now we just have cells with neighbors. So we can look at add bi-directional neighbor, which takes a maze, S, and then a cell, and now we add the bi-directional. All right. So add bi-directional neighbor. Take a maze, cell, maze, and cell. If the cell, if we do, it has north neighbor, then get neighbor from cell with this maze north. Right. Okay. I should probably get my notepad. Really? Oh, yes, you're correct. You're correct. You are totally correct. Yeah, map-m has adduction cells, so this returns a list of IO cells. And then we extract it to get cells with neighbor. And so bi-directional takes a maze. Okay, right. You are correct. This is the only thing with learning. This is the only thing with learning new stuff is that I just don't want to do it. I mean, I think it's with everybody. When you're trying to do something new, your brain is like, let's not do anything. Damn it. Ah, all right. We got this. All right, okay. I'm gonna need a notepad so I can write this down. What's this? Oh, this is the notes I did Odin Sphere on. All right. Do I have enough room for everything? I don't think so. Control is everywhere. You go there. Yeah, shit! Oh, you are way tied up. Hold on one second. Alright, let's get you undone. There we go. That's better. Okay, wonderful. You right here right now. Actually, not right here. Can we just put you up? That works right now. Alright, we got this. I totally remember doing this. Okay. So false, true, 0, 1 has north neighbor false, has south neighbor false, has east neighbor west and east, and 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. Oh, exception, prelude, and negative index. Okay, so we fucked up somewhere, which is fine. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, and 1, 4. We need what? 0, 0, 0. Oh, right. We need 0, 0. 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Okay. I'm starting to remember where we were. Constants. Common? Common is looking for direction. North, south, east, west, or none. Or random. Yes. Index, point, max width, max height. 5, 5. Print complete cells. Map, add bidirectional neighbor, maze, cell, and a cell, and cells with neighbor. Yes. Add direction. Yes, this is IO because I needed random. Cell, get the row. If the row of the cell is equal to 0, and if the column. Oh my God, this makes more sense. Okay, because you say if this cell of the if the row of the cell is equal to 0 and the column of the cell does not equal max width minus 1, then we return a pure. I see. An applicative. Okay. Takes an A and puts it. Okay, so puts it into it. Okay, thank you. I see. Oh, because we're using pure to get into the IO. All right. Sweet. Oh God, this music is great. Let me give you all the link. I don't know. So if the row of the cell is 0, whoa. One second. Come on. Windows, work, please. There we go. Pure does that. Pure takes the thing and puts it into an IO. I don't know why autocorrect changed the value to blue. That's weird. Speaking of that, since the last time you saw me, I got a new phone because my old phone died, and it's just autocorrect is so fucking annoying. Alright, so if we are in the leftmost row, and the column is the max width minus 1, we have an east neighbor. Then, if we are not in the top row, if we're not on the leftmost row, and the cell is at the max width minus 1, we say it has a north neighbor. If we're in the upper left, it's just a cell with if row equals 0 and column max width minus 1. You're right, for the upper right we have no neighbor, and then otherwise we get a random neighbor. Got it. An IO because we have the I random number. Okay, yep, so take the random RIO. Get the IO off of it. Random number int. We say has a north neighbor, or all right. Cool. So that's that. Add direction, then add bi-directional neighbor. Maze, cell. If has north neighbor cell, get neighbor cell from cell, maze, cell, north, and then we say it has a south neighbor. If the cell we're looking has an east neighbor, we need to get the east neighbor and give it a west neighbor, otherwise cell. So false, false, true, true, false, false, true, true, false, false, true, true, false, 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 true, false, 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 false. That's correct. False, false, true, true, false, false, true, true, false, 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 true, and then exception. Cool. That's fine. Complete cells. Cool. By the way, YouTube Music I think is much better than Spotify. YouTube Music and Spotify still have the same issues where, like, once you say play me random music, it'll play you random music that's just like the music that you requested, which is slightly annoying. And it's like, if I'm listening to music, like YouTube music, I don't not like the music, but I'm tired of listening to it. I wish there was an option of I'm tired of listening to this. Nightbot. Oh, I haven't updated you in forever, have I? Yes, complete cells, map, add bi-directional neighbor, cells with neighbor. So... So this gets us a list of cells. And cell has a print function, I believe. Unwords map show. Oh yeah, I remember. Google Play? I didn't even know Google Play had music. The big reason why I went to YouTube Music is because I like video game music. That's what I listen to, and it's really easy to listen to it when I'm working, and I know what I like and don't like. So going on to YouTube Music for video game music is great. How to add to queue? Add to queue? Zero to Hero Volume 2? What is this? Yeah. Remember, maybe you can't do it because I have a paid subscription to YouTube Music. Please just don't be... Okay, this is just me the same damn music over and over and over again. Pandora Journey? I know what I want to listen to right now. Oh, I didn't even know YouTube Red was a thing. This is what I want to listen to. I'm going to listen to this for once, and then we're going to go back to whatever I was working on. Interesting. God, this music is just the best. Just sit and listen to it. Okay. Map, show, row, and column. So, hold on one quick second here. Prelude, negative index. I see. I remember hearing about YouTube Red, but I just never got into it because I was like, I don't care about the ads on YouTube. Y'all can't hear the music I'm listening to. Yeah. Exception, prelude, and negative index. So something has to give this a negative index. Print. Bum, bum, bum. Haha! Okay, hold on 1 second. Haha! Okay. Print. RN. Pre-RIN. printing. Oh, wait, no, print. Printing completed cells. All right. That work. Will you compile? Damn it. All right. Oh my god. All right. Now that that's done, let's just go back to what I was listening to. Home. I mean, I could just listen to that, but nah. Print line? What is it called? Just N? Is that it? Hello? Is there? Really? God damn it, I should have knew that sooner. Thank you for letting me know. James. Welcome, by the way. Whatever. Fucking what, I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do it the lazy man way. Will that work? Alright. Fuck it. Fuck it. Thank you! That's what I'm trying to figure out. Jesus Christ. Yes, you're correct. Thank you. God damn it. Thank you so much. Finally. God. Okay. Jeez. And this R, this makes things so much easier. Okay. Except I didn't save. Oh, wait, what? What? Yeah, no. Okay. All right, makes sense. So that means printing completed cells. This adds a negative index somewhere. So get 0, 1. So should start at 0, 0. So the reason starts at 0, 1 is not good. Oh my god, this is too loud. Turn that down. There we go. Okay, I don't know why I was yelling. I'm sorry. All right, map. Add bi-directional neighbors. Okay, So I can put this back. Okay, so there's something somewhere that's going on. Get valid moves, get random direction, move. Convert to spell a point, get direction, no. Slid? What's in here? Nothing. Common. Select index. Cell. Show cell where show cell north, south, east, west, row, column, unwords, I believe. Oh, unwords, I believe concatenates everything, right? Yes, insert spaces into everything. Okay, cool, wonderful. So we take map, show. The row, basically we're mapping show onto row and column. We're mapping show onto north, south, east, west, and then we're doing an unwords on that. Okay, which that makes sense. So if I just do this right now, right? If I just change this to 0, 0, I think this would work. Maybe? I don't know. Let's find out. This is not the best way to debug, by the way. Go, maybe this works. Oh, no. Nope, that still doesn't work. Okay. Prelude negative index. Yes. So it means I'm just trying to easily just display what's in an array, a list, and I'm giving it a negative value. Yes. I believe is correct. Okay. But it did print out 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Ah, this is where it's going. Okay, this is where it's going. Maze, convert point to index. Row cell minus max width. Column cell, the column of the cell, and then get the row of the cell, column cell plus 1. So we're getting a negative index. Convert point to index. So we're getting this point. And we're doing a bang bang to get the maze. Convert point to index is in maze. I wish I could just F12 functions. That would be fucking great. Convert, where the? God fucking damn it. There we go. No. Yes. That's not what I wanted. Putting in a little bit too much water. I need to hold her back on the water. Here it is. Maze.hs. How did this just manage to escape me? That's fine. I see. So it's not a valid point, so return -1. Okay. Got it. So we're getting an invalid point. So we're saying it is not invalid. Point an index at row column plus row times max width. So the first thing is the first issue we're actually running into before we get to this is we see if we do reload R, god fucking damn it, you call main, right? It starts at 0, 1, right? So that's the issue here. It starts at 0, 1. We don't want to start at 0, 1. We want to start at 0, 0. So so as we saw, cells with the neighbor was correct. It has the correct 0, 0 in it. So if we do add a bi-directional neighbor, we get 0, 0. Cells with neighbor and cells with neighbor. Why am I doing that twice? Takes function from A to B and a list of A and returns a list of B. Yes, that's what map does. Okay, so this takes a list of cells. What? No, a function. Yes. Wait, hold on. God fucking damn it. Map takes a function that goes from A to B and a list of A and returns a list of B. Cells with a neighbor is a list. Yes. So we have a function. Okay. Right, this is Haskell-y partial function implementation that I'm trying to store my head around. Alright, we have a map that basically takes A to B and takes an A and takes a B. Yes. So, add bi-directional neighbor is a function that takes an A to a B and returns a B. So, when we do add bi-directional neighbor cells with neighbor, which is a maze, we are giving it a function that goes from cell to cell, and then we're going to have a list. Yes, okay. Yes. So, if we have a north neighbor, yes. So, we're going to pass it 0, 0. So it's the upper left corner, which is 0, 0. So we're going to look at, I see, right, we're getting the cell, and then we're getting the bi-directional neighbor. So we're giving it the maze, which is what we're looking for, and then the cell to apply it to, which is the cell at 0, 0. Maybe. Cell at 0, 0. And it doesn't have a north neighbor. It does have an east neighbor. So then we say get the neighbor to the east. Get neighbor cell from cell. And if the direction is east, we look at the maze. Convert the point to index. On the row of the cell and the column of the cell we were given. So this is 0, and then 0 plus then maze of the cell plus 1. So if the row... No, the column. If the row is 0... The row is this way. Row is 0, and then we have the column of 0, and then we add 1 to it. It's going to go this way. So we have the neighbor now, which is what we need. So we have the neighbor. And then we say we give it a west neighbor. False, false, north, south, east, west. That's correct. So we give it that. So it has east neighbor cell otherwise. And now we need to print it. But we're printing... We're starting at 0, 1, 0, 2, 3, 0, 4. Wait, false, false, 0, 4. Why do we have two 0, 4s? Something was changed here. 1, 2, yeah. Okay. My guess. So here's where it is. Convert point to index, and we're given a negative number. So the first question is, why do we get 0? Because this would be 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and then 0, 4. So why does the column jump up to 1 is the question. This work? Didn't think so. I know what's happening. Get neighbor cell from cell. That's what's being returned. I get it now. We're getting the neighbor cell, and then we're returning that cell. I believe that's what the issue is right here. So, by the way, give me a follow if you're somehow enjoying what you're watching. No one has still told me why they enjoy watching me do this. Either on YouTube or on Twitter, or Twitch. Alright. I think that's what it is. That is what it is. That's what it is. I think that's what it is. Thank you very much. Because I am not like, I don't know. I'm not like other girls. I don't know. I don't watch people a lot on Twitch. I usually just lurk quite a bit because I have a lot of other stuff to do. So I don't mind giving a lurk, but I don't watch people a lot. But thank you. Yeah, I've had too much water. So it returns. I get it. Yep, it returns anything to the right. See, well, thank you. That's fine. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Thanks for being part of the team. How long have I been streaming for? Only 47 minutes. All right, that's cool. Okay, that's what's going on. So basically, we're returning the cell. I just want to modify it, but I don't want to return it. Okay. Lenses would be something to use here. Could I do... Oh no, fuck it. Let's just see what happens. Oh my god. I think Anne's the one I'm looking for. I have no idea. Hold on 1 second. $sign is what I'm looking for. I just want to see if this works. Don't think it'll work. Yeah, didn't think that'll work. Okay. So the issue that I'm running into, and I figured it out, was add bi-directional neighbor is going to return the neighbor of the cell that I pass in. But if it doesn't have any neighbor, it's just going to return itself. I need to modify I need to modify this cell's neighbor, but I don't want to return the neighbor cell. I just want to return the cell that I'm dealing with at the moment. That's the idea. So while I want to modify the neighbor of this cell, and I want the cell to be returned. That's what I'm looking for. So lenses are a thing. No idea what the fuck which one I would need right now, but lenses are a thing, but the freaking documentation for lenses is so complex. But that's what I need to do, though. I could just return a new cell based on all of this. No, I can't return a new cell. Yeah, that's what I'm running into right now. Yes, that's what I'm looking to do, yes. So I know lenses are a thing. The other thing I can do is I can split it, and I can split the list, and I can insert the value into where I want it to be to modify it by modifying, basically just return a new one. So I know there are ways around that, but I didn't want to do that, but that just might what I have to do. But yes, I got into lenses back when I did this more regular, about probably a year ago. Oh my god, when was my last video? Yes, if I change it to maze, I think that's right. If I change it to maze, then I can alter it and return the altered maze back. What do you want? Oh, I'm on my wife's account. That's why. Videos, playlists, Haskell. $48. December 6th, 2019. So it hasn't been a year yet. Okay. Cool. Yes, that might be what I'm looking for. That Kojames. That just might be what I'm looking for, is change this into a maze and just modify the maze itself. That is totally a legit idea. What I would need to do would be to get the neighbor, modify the neighbor, and then reinsert it. Yes, maze is just a list of cells. That's it. Can I do this? I think this might be better as a... don't want like a paper on it. Jesus fucking Christ. I just want to know the syntax. That's all. If blah, then left. Else. Oh, that's okay. Okay, that's the if then. Okay, wonderful. I get it. Okay, if then else if then don't modify. Okay. Whoa. Yes, hold on. I'm gonna grab some coffee. I'll be right back. Yes. I don't know. He looks really good. All right, let's see if coffee does stuff. Your autocorrect is going great today. You typed all that on a phone? Damn. So, I totally get what you're saying. I almost called you grammar dad for some reason. I get what you're saying. Have a function that takes a cell and returns the modified cell. So yeah, make function takes Really? I see. I don't have a Mac, as you can tell. I want one just because they're pretty. Like, a Mac is something I would buy and go, look, people, I have a Mac! Isn't it pretty? And then that's it. Just they're so fucking pretty. Their desktop is pretty. Their icons are pretty. Ugh. And make a function that takes a cell in cell A and then another cell and returns a version of cell A either as is or alternate, whatever way you're doing. Then you just map that function to all values. That's an idea. Make a something that just takes a cell and returns a cell. How? That is an idea. That is an idea. The problem I'm needing to get around is if we make so if we are in if we're in this, thanks Notepad++, I appreciate it. If we're in this one right let's increase that a little bit. I have spent money on pretty. I have spent money on pretty. You just don't see it. Spam Lucy Cam. Way more than $1,000. We go like this. Move Lucy Cam up there. Oopsies. There we go. Oh, this isn't gonna reach. 1 second. This isn't gonna reach. Wrong camera. Let me change cameras. Move that down. Move this. That way. I RGB'd the fuck out of my computer. So I have like RGB RAM, RGB everything, RGB all my fans. So I've spent a lot of money on making things pretty. Oh shit, let me move this back. Hold on 1 second. Nope. There we go. Let's move this back. There we go. Do you want out, Lulu? Alright. Come on. Come on, baby girl. So yes. Yes, back to Haskell. Yes, I have spent lots of money. I want to. Can you still see me? Let's get that window out of here. I want to. Yes, hold on. Let me. I'll get to your idea. I want to try mine first. But before we get there, the issue is if we're on this cell right here, this cell will have an east neighbor. So if I'm on this cell, I need to grab this cell and say, hey, you have a neighbor in the other direction. That's what's going on right now. So even if I'm on this cell, I can't really do anything because there's no way to go backwards. So I could. Actually, an interesting is to go, I don't know. So let me just try what I'm doing first. But that's kind of the issue that I'm worrying about is I need to look at one cell and go, okay, let me go to the other cell and then say you have a neighbor backwards. Of course, let me see. Which door are you at, puppy? In this one? Come on. Come on. But here's the thing, like, I use this computer. I don't really, if I got a Mac, I wouldn't use it because I have my own computer that I'm using, which is this one. That back there. So that's the idea. But, of course, I could traverse it differently as well. I could, if I reverse it and go from the bottom right to the top left, the same issue would happen. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about right now. Let's there we go. But yeah, I understand what your point is. Well, yes, I need to change both cells. So if you look, cells with neighbors does the first iteration. This goes through each cell and go, okay, where are you positioned? Can I give you a north neighbor or an east neighbor, or do I have to pick one at random? It goes through all the cells one by one, row by row, column by column, and then I need to go through it again and go, okay, here's the cell. Do you have an east neighbor? Yes. Okay, grab the east neighbor cell, and then tell it, hey, you have a west neighbor. And then go one farther and go, do you have a northeast neighbor? So that's basically the idea. Is I need to look at the cell, get the neighbor, modify the neighbor. So that's what needs to happen. So the idea that I want with here is to just get the neighbor, and then I just want to use cell and just return, I don't know, yeah. Exactly, yes. So with this, the idea is that I had with the maze was to try to basically get the neighbor and then modify the maze and return a new maze. That's the idea. Yeah. So this bi-directional problem that I'm calling it, this bi-directional problem I'm calling it is what I've been trying to deal with for the past, I don't know, however many episodes. If I have a north neighbor, I need to get the neighbor and then modify it. And that returns okay. Then we need to, I know they're the same thing. I know all about like, oh, if I'm using the same variable, take it out. I'm not going to worry about right now. Fuck trying to be great with code. I'm going to get some more coffee. I'll be right back. Should I bring my coffee? I don't know. I don't have enough room on my desk. Who the hell is this? What? All this drama, sweetie. Want some coffee? Okay. It's going good. I'll tell you more when I'm done. I got coffee. Then I need to, oh my god, will this work? Could I do, could I do? I don't know. I'm just gonna do this right now. I'll worry about being fancy with code later. We have the neighbor. Now we do have a convert point to index function. Neighbor. Cool. Modify neighbor. We do have a convert point to index. Oh. Oh, I have a move. Take an index and a direction and return the new index. Huh. But I don't have an index, so I was funny thing. Funny thing. I was looking at some of the comments because people are actually like some people are still commenting on these videos even though I haven't like done any new videos in a long time. It's quite interesting to see that people are starting to watch my videos even though I haven't made anything for a while. It's really cool. One person saw, I think it was episode 3, 4, or 5, I don't remember, but it was the one where I spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out why this wouldn't compile, and because I forgot the commas. And he's like, oh, the person who comments like, oh my god, commas. I'm like, I know. Then I'm like, I actually ran into this problem like 10 episodes later, and I solved it in like 5 seconds. Alright. Alright, so now we have the index of the neighbor. Now we need to get the maze. Split the maze. Alright, so if we go to... This works. Oh, it's recursion. That's cool. Are you fudging me? Nope, that way. How did I do this before? As none of you can hear what I'm listening to. What the fuck is the syntax for this? Convert point to index. What do you need? A point. How do I define a point? Int. Oh, it's a tuple! Ah! There we go. We got farther. We did what we needed to do. All right. Sweet. We fixed it. I think. I hope. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. 0, 0, 0. False, false. False, false, true, false, 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 true, true. False, false. North, south, east. Yes. North, south, east, west. North, south, east. You need to be true. Well. Okay. We solved the first problem of it ending up so now we get to 4, 4, and it's just like that should be it. It goes from 0, 0 to 4, 4. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute, that's not what I need. Put that over there. Oh, shit. Shit. Fuck a duck. I used this wrong. Okay. It's returning a maze of a maze. So I just need to go through the maze. Give it each cell. And then it's going to return a new maze. But I don't want a maze of mazes. Okay, that was too much coffee. It's starting to affect me negatively now, which just sucks. Oh my god, that's too much coffee. Fuck. I'm getting tired again. God damn it. Alright. Okay, so we solved the problem. We did what we needed it to do. So what's going on right now is we have the map. So completed cells is now a maze of mazes. And what tipped me off was this double bracket right here. It shouldn't be that way. Oh, no, it is. Yeah, look at that. Look. This is it. Now, okay. Here's the software engineer way to get this done. We see that index 0 is correct. So we could go, we have completed cells, or I guess I completed maze now, and then just be like, no, real completed maze, and just like real completed maze equals completed cell, completed maze index 0, and then we have what we need. That would work. That would get us what we need. But it's the same thing, or like, well, if you have a leaky pipe, just build a bigger pipe around it to contain the leak. which works until someone else decides to cut into that pipe, and then they get a whole mouthful of disgusting, dirty sewage water. So, this does what we need to do. So I want to go oh. Sorry about that, VacantPsalms. Let me fix that. I haven't really done much with Nightbot recently, because I haven't, done anything in a long time. All right. Try it again. No, I can't. Here, let me. This is what I see. Come on, Windows. This is what I see right now. So that's what I see. So I can't see what you did. Oh, let me just reduce this. I have no idea. I was actually gonna go on the Googles and go, is there something where I can do to just modify each element of a list? Because that's what I need to do. Bind in a list for Haskell. There probably is. Hold on. What did you just fucking do? No, just a Haskell bind. Bind for a list is called concatenate map. No, I don't want. What the fuck is RxJS? Yes, Black Lives Matter, which is good. RxJS is a library for composing asynchronous and event-based programs by using observable sequences. It provides one core type, the observable satellite types, and operators inspired by array extras. Generally handling asynchronous events as collections. Think of Rx as a Lodash. The fuck is Lodash? Lodash, a modern JavaScript utility library developed in modular performance and extras. Lodash makes JavaScript easier by taking the hassle out of working with arrays, numbers, objects, and strings. Lodash's modular methods are great for iterating arrays. See, this is why, if anybody's watching, I know we're doing functional programming, but if you're a fucking front-end developer, or even better, if you are a junior developer and you want to get into front-end development, I know I'm out of the Haskell world. You don't need to know everything. I'm serious. As somebody who's in programming for at least 7 years, back-end programmer, I'm making my own Twitch spot in JavaScript. You don't need to know everything in order to program, especially in the JavaScript world. You don't have to know all these libraries, all these utilities, all these packages. You don't. You just need to go and program and make something work. That's all you need to do. By the way, everyone, there's no Discord. I have abandoned it. No. I looked at concat map and went to RxJS. I'm like, what's RxJS? And it's like Lodash. I'm like, what the fuck is Lodash? Concatenate 135 123 123 creates a list from a list, generating functions by application of what the fuck. Okay, you have a function that takes A to a list of B, and you take a list of A and a list of B. Oh, enums from to 1 is a fucking is a function. Okay. Concat map f list. Concat map f list. I see. So you're mapping the function over the list, and then concatenating that. Okay. So hold on. Like cat map might work. Because the thing is, index 0 is this, correct? So we could do this. We could do concat. Oh my god. Takes a list of A and returns accepts a list and concatenates them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I get it. Okay, so yes. Yes, exactly. 0 is perfectly fine. So what happens was, so let me hold on. So we have this, right? We change this from maze to a cell to a cell. Sorry, it was a maze to a cell to a cell. We changed from maze to a cell to a maze, which is great. So we have the maze, we split it, we put a new value, we put it back together, we return a new maze because you can't return what you put in with Haskell because it's functional. What we forgot to do was change how we're using it. So if you look here, we're doing a map, add bi-direction, enable cells with neighbor, cells with neighbor. So what I need to do is I need to have a function, I need to modify every value in a cell. So I need to go through the maze and update it. So what this is doing is it's going through each maze, it's going through each cell, and then it's returning a maze. So we have a list of mazes, or a list of cells. So, yes, we solved one problem, only going to another problem. That's what's going on right now. So, index 0 is perfectly correct. So what we could do is we could do it the easy way and just go bang bang 0. There it works. But no. Because how we're using this right now is not indicative of how we want to use it. And so if I come back to this, or if anybody else comes back to this, they're going to go, what the fuck are you doing? And then they're going to have to see them return bang bang 0. They're going to have to go, why are you returning bang bang 0? And then they have to figure it out. And that's no fair on their end. So that's what's going on. So what I need is I just need to modify every value in the cell by doing bi-directional neighbor. So I could, another idea is I could return it to a take the maze, take the cell, return a cell. It returns the neighbor cell, or the modified neighbor cell. And then outside of that, so the callee will then modify the maze. That's a better idea, I think. So we could have this just return a cell. the modified cell, and then we'll have another function that wraps around add bidirectional neighbor. So like, I don't know, a map, which then replaces it. So if you change this from maze to a cell, or even better, maze to cell to a tuple of cell and index, so I don't have to recalculate the index. That's another idea. In here, if I do a map, and a map takes a function from A to B on a list of A and a list of B, I don't think this is what I'm looking for. I could. That concat thing, though. Let's go back to that. Concat map F. Let's concat map F. Concat takes tuples and puts them together. Right? Takes a foldable list of A and returns the fuck. One second. Okay, yeah, I don't need concat. So what's going on is, so I don't know if you listened. I'm not saying you didn't listen. Some people don't listen. That's fine. We have a maze. 5x5 grid. Each grid is a cell. I have to go through it twice. Once to add just the normal neighbor. So the algorithm that we're doing is called the bidirectional algorithm. It always guarantees a solvable maze. It's a very weak maze because it always generates the same pattern, but I don't care about that right now. In the first run through, we go through each cell and go, okay, do I have to give you a neighbor to the north or a neighbor to the east? Even better. Let's do this. Not Notepad. Fuck. Nope. Aha. There we go. So this is a maze generated with the bidirectional algorithm. As you can see, if you look at this cell right here, if you go, can I give you a north neighbor or an east neighbor? This cell can only have a neighbor to the east because that's the only direction it can go out, because otherwise if you go north, you go outside of the bounds. So this bidirectional algorithm, you have this top line where every line goes to the east and every cell on the right wall has a neighbor to the north. And then at each cell, you then randomly go, do you have a neighbor to the north or a neighbor to the east? So for example, if we went to the one right, you know, these cells are different. Don't worry about the color right now. So I figured out how to just go through each cell and add the north and the east. But the problem is we need to go backwards as well. The reason why we need to go backwards is we'll eventually have to do depth first search and assign numbers to each cell. So we have to go, this cell is one space away from this cell, the starting cell. This cell is 2 spaces away from the starting cell. This cell is 5 spaces away from the starting cell. So we have to go backwards and forwards because we have to do a depth first search or breadth first search. I think we do depth first search. So how we add this bidirectional neighbor is we need to look at this cell. Oh, thank you. We need to look at this cell. Let's make this over here and go, do you have a neighbor? If so, where? You have a neighbor to the east. Get this cell and go, hey, you now have a neighbor to the west, and tell it so it can go backwards. That's the bidirectionalness. So I will be using this modified maze in the future. So what I need to do is I need to go to each index in the list or each cell, look at it, go get the neighbor cell, and modify. And we turn that to the list. It would be a modified list, obviously. So we got it done, but we're making a list of lists. We don't want a list of lists. We just want to go through each thing in the maze and return a modified one. So we could probably go, instead of using fancies, we could just do something like this with recursion. That might work. So that's why I was like, wait a minute. Instead, we can do... Whoa, what? Oh, I get it. Yes. So basically, it would be the... So you're thinking of something like this, right? And then it would be... something like that. Oh, you're thinking of that. Okay, hold on. So it takes a cell, take the modified neighbor. I didn't... It's really interesting in Undertale. Like, you're playing Undertale, and you play the game, and the music is like... la-di-da-di-da, you know, the battle music, like, all right, this is, you know, kind of really interesting, you know, it kind of picks up a bit, and then you get to the volcano, and it's like, it's like action-y music. It's really interesting. Anyway. So I mean, wouldn't it be like this though? Wouldn't it be if you this, right? It wouldn't be like, it would be like this, right? Because you're returning a function, and a function is with parentheses. I know! God, I'm trying to avoid lenses. They're just so goddamn confusing. I mean, yes, lenses have a very simple modify list function. I get it. I've seen it before. It's just it's written in a way, it's so confusing. But yes, I mean, is it? I didn't know that. Okay. Because, like, I have it imported, and I think the modify function is this one? I forgot. I haven't looked at lenses in a while. Yeah, I just used this new method to be like, is this what you're talking about? So take the cell, get the modified neighbor, and then return a function that takes a maze and modifies the maze. How would we modify the maze? How would a function modify a maze if it doesn't know what to modify or what to modify it with? That's my question. Because so if we have the cell, we have the modified neighbor, we have the maze, and modified. We return a function that does that. Right. Hold on. This is Haskell we're talking about, not C++, not C#, not Java, not JavaScript. Well, maybe you could do this in JavaScript now, because JavaScript is kind of going down the functional route. In this, you would modify the maze. You would return... Yes, okay. So this would take a cell. So you'd first have to get the modified cell though. So that's a possibility. So we could get modified neighbor. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Cell, maze. And then in the function, you would basically... But we don't need... Hold on. Once we have the modified neighbor, though, we don't need the original cell anymore. The first cell is only used to get the neighbor, that's it. Exactly. So I would need to go... Here's the maze. Modify it. Give it back to me. Okay, here's the maze again. But use this cell to get the neighbor. Or even better. Even better. Here's the maze. Here's the cell I want you to modify. Here's the cell I want it modified with. Modify the maze. Give it back to me. Okay, here's the modified neighbor. Go modify the maze and give it back to me. Just keep doing that, doing that. That's what I want to do. So I want an original maze alternative. So recursion might have to be what we're... Hold on. Yes, that's what we need to do. So we need to basically modify each element. We can get the neighbor we need to modify easily. We're already looking at that. So we can get the modified cell easily. We need to iterate. Basically, I want to go, here's the maze. Oh, right. That didn't work. That's fine. My idea was like, oh, we just don't want to worry about what we ever return, but we want to print it, so that's not going to work. That's fine. We want to go through the maze. Here's the cell we need updated. Give it this modified cell. We know what cell that we want to modify. We have the modified cell already. We can get the index. What if... Hold on. Just one quick second here. Can you do this? I don't think we can do this. No, that won't work. So yeah, lenses would be the way to do it. Lenses would be the... Oh my god, fucking hell, I can't believe I'm doing this again. X class less just then. So basically, if you have 0 to 10, what's the element at 4? Get the element at 4. 0 through 5, and the element at 4. 14, nothing. 14. I have no idea what that means. Why is this so hard? God, I hate that I have to come back here. Cons element onto a container. What's cons? Snock? What the fuck is snock? Unsafe. Get her. Oh no. No. Yeah, I know. Some people have. It's just, I always flip flop between hard things and not hard things. Yeah. Alright, I'll go with that. One second. I'm not done yet. No. I get the syntax now. I remember I did this in the Haskell book. Okay, so we have modify maze with neighbors. We have a maze, go to a maze. Alright, we have a list. Otherwise, we have that is quiet. I can barely hear that. Were you able to hear that? Thanks for the follow, by the way. 27. Oh, it's almost been, what, 2 hours, right? Hour and 48 minutes. Okay, we're gonna just do that. Oopsies. I need a timer. Fuck, I should probably put the timer on here as well. Okay, so when you go through the age, blah. We have the maze. No. Cell. Rest of maze. Yes. We probably were typing at the same time. Oh. Ooh. Wait a minute. That might be a problem. Because the rest of maze is... Alright, thank you. Chiro's Discord? Who the fuck is Chiro? Oh, Chiroptical. Chiroptical. Oh, we found a Chiroptical. Awesome. I forgot I have the alert there. We'll have fun. Thanks. Yay, it worked. Thanks for showing up. Have a wonderful day, my good sir or ma'am or whoever the hell you want to be. Enjoy. Yeah, this is only going to go till the 2 hour mark. I have other chores and stuff I need to do. So yes. If north neighbor cell, else if that... I know what to do, and then we're just gonna call this because I'm lazy as fuck. Nope, no. This is, we don't use semicolons here. No semicolons. Semicolons are bad. Oh boy. How do I... wait, what the hell? Hold on, what are you complaining about again? 92. Ah, yes. Which one? Modify or add bi-directional neighbor? I gave you two options. What would you like to see? Modify. All right. What would you like to see? Hold on. There. This doesn't have to be here now. Because if rest of the maze is everything -1, then 0. Oh, no, this isn't gonna work, is it? This isn't gonna work. This will work if the neighbor is east, since that cell still exists in rest of maze. But if the neighbor is north, the cell that needs to be modified does not exist. God damn it, fuck this on this tiny ass screen. Yes. That's what we have. That's fine. At the end of every, so if, blah, else, blah, else, blah. So every path will call it again. But this won't work though. This won't work. Is there a way? Is there a way? Can I do this? Can I do this? Right here, replace nth. However, maze doesn't exist. Is this the thing? Can I just do this? I doubt this will work, but I want to try it anyway. Oh. I see your point. Jappy, what is up, my good sir? How are you doing? No, we're still on the bi-directional maze problem that I was dealing with last time we were here. You were here. We've gotten farther. We actually, so this has recursion, but we actually got to this. That worked. However, we called it a weird way. So we called add bi-directional neighbor multiple times, so we got back a list of mazes. So we could just do a call add bi-directional neighbor and then return bang bang 0, and then we got what we needed to. But that's, I don't want to leave it in such a bad state where I, go call it, get a list of stuff, and then just return the first element, which is correct because it's a maze. So we're trying to do the bi-directional neighborness. So we're like, we probably need recursion. What we're going to do. So we need to go through, basically what we need to do is we need to modify the maze and return that maze again to be modified. In recursion, I think we need to. So we had this. I know this is not the best code to look at. I understand there's a lot of things that can be improved. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I just want it to work. Then we can make it improve later. But it's like, now we need to modify the maze. Okay, hold on. Let me explain this to you. So I'm implementing something called the bi-directional algorithm to make a maze. The bi-directional algorithm is very simple. At each square or each cell, you go, can I give you a north neighbor? Should I give you a neighbor to the east? Basically, when I say a neighbor, I mean just basically make it so there's a passageway between two cells. Go, should I give you a north neighbor or an east neighbor? None or give you a random one. So if you take this cell right up here, I know it's kind of blends in with the background, but if you're at this cell, you go, can I give you a north neighbor? Well, no, you can't because it's out of bounds of the maze. So you go, okay, well, I have to give you an east neighbor right here. This cell, you ask the same thing, north or east. You go to this cell, north or east. And then you get to this cell, and you can't give it a north neighbor or an east neighbor because both ways make it out of bounds. So once you get to the end, you go back here, and you go a north neighbor or an east neighbor. Since you now have the option for north or east, you go randomly pick a direction. And then, the last part of this is on the east wall, it can only have a neighbor to the north. So every bi-directional algorithm will generate a maze that has this kind of pattern to it, where each cell on the east goes north, and each cell on the north wall goes east. Here's a there we go. So here's two examples, and you see both of them have the same general pattern. So the problem we're trying to do, so we need to go through this maze twice. Once to give it the north or east neighbor. Is it? I don't know, maybe. I've never actually played Dwarf Forges. I've heard it's complicated, and I kind of make someone kind of try it. So we need to go through this twice. Once to add the neighbor north or east. But then we need to add the west or south neighbors. And so what I've been doing... Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on one second. I'm going back. Hold on one second. I'm going backwards. So sorry, let me explain the other problem. So the other problem is now we need to go kind of backwards. So instead of north and east, west and south. So what I've been kind of doing is I think I should do this differently. You start here. We have to go, do you have a neighbor to the east? Yes. Grab this cell and update it to say it has a neighbor to the west. Then we look at this cell and go, do you have a neighbor to the northeast? Oh, you have a neighbor to the east. Grab this cell and say you have a neighbor to the west. So if we take this one right here, we have to go, do you have a neighbor to the north or the east? You have a neighbor to the north, go up by one and give it a south neighbor. But I'm now thinking, what happens if I go backwards? Instead of starting here and go this, so in memory, I just have this as one long list. Instead of going from here to here, here to here, row by row, if I start down here instead, and I go, do you have a neighbor to the north or to the east? North? I mean, I still have to, I guess, grab the neighbor and give it a south. But this way, I can go this way. And if I go reverse, I don't know. It's still the same problem, though. It's still the same problem, though, unfortunately. All right, everyone. Well, it has been 2 hours. I enjoyed doing this again. This was fun. I'll probably bring it back. I'll probably bring it back. I enjoy doing this. This is fun. I do enjoy doing this and talking with everybody. I'll probably bring this back. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I guess. Do I have anybody I can actually, like, raid? Does that program guy actually know anybody? I do. Sure. Okay. So, we're gonna be raiding Shiny Zenny. No. Oh, no. Yeah. No, it's not. It's not that way. If we go back, if we do this with the backwards thing, it's still, if I'm checking this cell, I have to find the neighbor and then modify it. So look at this cell. Do you have a neighbor to the north? Yes. Go north and tell it, hey, this has a south neighbor instead. So I need to modify it because the next step, what we're going to do in the process is we're going to do a depth first search to see how many steps away a cell is from the starting cell. So for example, if we take this cell right here, it is 1, 2, 3 cells away from the starting cell. Because then, once we see how many steps it is away from a cell, we can color it like this. And this shows the darker the cell, the darker the cell, the farther it is away from the starting cell. That's the end goal. This maze you see right here was generated with C#, because that's my main language. I don't know what my main language is anymore. Probably still C#. I first did in C#, and the overarching goal was I want to learn different languages. The next one after Haskell is Rust. So what I did first was I did what I wanted to do in C# and then go, okay, cool. This is the end goal. All I'm going to do is this. So now we're doing it in Haskell. So we need to do a depth first search, which is a recursion. Which is why we need to go through and be able to go backwards as well. That's the goal. So you were thinking like an adjacency list? Exactly. Yes, exactly. If I could change the one I'm currently on, that would be much more simpler. I totally get it. I bet there's a way. I haven't thought of it right now. Because it would be go here, and then, for example, this doesn't need to change at all. Then when we go here, and then we'd have to give it a west neighbor. We'd have to know somehow this would need to have a west neighbor. So it could be, here's an idea. Basically ignore 0, 0. 0, 0 in this case will always have an east neighbor, so we can use that assumption. We can go here and go backwards. What neighbor do you have? If it's an east neighbor, the cell I'm on modified to have a west neighbor. And we could keep going. Then we could get to right here, and we could go, okay, look backwards. Do you have an east neighbor? If so, yes, then this cell has a west neighbor. Then we have to go up. Do you have a... No, sorry, backwards. We'd have to go here. Go backwards 1. Does backwards 1 have an east neighbor? If so, modify this cell to have a west neighbor. Then this would also have to go south. Does this have a north neighbor? If so, this has a south. That's actually, VacantPsalms, that's actually a really good idea. You're so smart. Thank you. I didn't think of that. We can try doing that, and extend that will probably be much easier because we modified the cell that we're on. My God, good sir. You get a cookie. Anyway. That was fun. Come check me out on Twitter, on YouTube, on Twitch. Give me a follow on Twitch and Twitter if you like what you see. Give me a like, a subscription on YouTube if you like what you see. We are going to be rating Shiny Zunny today. He is doing some Super Metroid. He is newly partnered, so lurkers who are lurking, thank you so very much for lurking. Watchers who are watching, thank you so very much for watching. Bots who are botting, thank you so very much for botting. Love you all. See you all next week. Bye-bye. Wait, I need to raid, damn it. Start raid. Oh, something went wrong. Oh, that sucks. Bye, everyone.